were in.
Okay, it's time to put on your listening ears, thinking caps, and laughing shoes. Time for the Doc and Amy Show with your sweethearts of the airwaves who agree to disagree. Sometimes. Take it away, Doc and Amy.
Dance, I'm saying. Oh wow.
Well, it's probably because we went clubbing last night.
Well, yeah, it's but that was a fine intro, darling.
I mean, I know how much you love clubbing.
I do. Baby seals.
Oh my God, that's so wrong.
It took you a second, though. That's pretty wrong.
It did. I'm like, wait a minute.
Anyway, welcome to the Doc and Amy Show. As we sit here and just have a discussion amongst ourselves. It's a Sunday, again, 5 p.m. We welcome you to the Doc and Amy Show. You're welcome to call us at 856-227-1360. You can always find us on the World Wide Web at www.thedocandamyshow.com. I am here from my deathbed. We had a communal round of stomach flu or food poisoning or Ebola or something
like that.
We each got it in succession, and my turn was last.
So we've been sick for a week in our house.
Yes,
that's not been fun.
It was delightful. So I will try not to
good times
pass on to the great beyond while we're here live on the air,
and we'll try not to infect our listeners.
Yes, that's right. Sit back from your radio and enjoy. We'd like to welcome Brent Kardashian there from our
Brent Kardashian.
He's Brent Kardashian.
All right, it makes you famous automatically. You don't have to do anything.
Kardashian,
yeah.
And you can actually act like an idiot and still remain famous.
Yeah. You just need a bigger butt. So we're here to
you're too funny.
I'm sorry. We're here to enjoy ourselves. We actually amazingly. We were perusing the internet, the World Wide Web, and we saw...
I think it's funny how you call it the World Wide Web.
That's what www stands
I understand, but nobody's says okay and then spells out what it means. What does that mean anyway? Okay, what is that short for?
I believe in Morse code they used the two letters to signify...
Oh, okay, well that's a bad example, but nobody...
How about Roger Wilco or something like that? Okay. Anyway, as I was saying before I was crudely interrupted...
that's my job.
We saw our show on the homepage, the audio click-on version of our show at firstpost.com. Now, this is a website out of India, okay?
Yeah.
Out of Mumbai. They have editors in Hong Kong, Bangalore, Chennai, Kolkata, New Delhi, New York, New Delhi, all over the place. I have no idea what we're doing on this site, but
yeah, I went.
Enough.
I'm like, let me just Google the show and see what comes up, because I like to do that now and again, because sometimes weird stuff comes up, and whenever I do that,
like our show,
yeah, exactly. Doctor Who stuff always comes up, so I do like the advanced search
because I'm
thing
actually Doctor Who
to take the Who out, and I did that, and I took the Who out, and I clicked on this page. And I'm like, this is like a real news site, and we're smack on the
homepage, yeah.
Right on the homepage, in our show.
Yeah, in a big window. It was.
But at the bottom was all kinds of Doctor Who stuff, so I don't think they did it purposely. But we're still on there, which is really cool. I like accidents.
Of course, they did it purposely. They know quality when they hear it.
It was really cool.
Of course, it probably has been taken down in the last 5 seconds when they realized their mistake.
Yeah.
But we do, peruse the World Wide Web for things of interest. Again, you can peruse the World Wide Web for us. And certainly we're encouraging you to call if you have a comment or whatever. And on our website, we do have another caption contest. So look at that and see if you can help us out with a nice caption. I will give you a hint. If you follow Charlie Sheen, you can probably come up with something witty. So... enough about that. I was looking at, around on the World Wide Web at different things, and they were talking about if you were looking to work past retirement age. Some of you may have seen this. They're talking about things that you can do past retirement age, okay? Now, the problem I have with some of these is, folks, are past retirement age. They really should be retiring. They want to retire. They have the skill set that they have had, and they're going to rely on. Some of these things were just ridiculous. One of them was dietitian. This requires a 4-year degree and licensure and all this other stuff in order just to be a novice, to get your feet wet and get in on the first day.
So they're saying, like, let me just understand this article.
You're 66 and you still have to work. Here are things you can do. Hey, go back to
like
college.
in other words, take up another career. Mm-hmm. Okay. I just want to make sure I understood that you need a huge amount of training to be a dietitian.
You do, and to be a good one, you need it's continuing education.
And I know that because I was very interested in that, and you do need.
Right. Well, my ex was a dietitian.
Yeah.
Yes. She was a brilliant dietitian. Mm-hmm. She was an idiot and Satan and everything else. But
she was a satanic dietitian.
That
I do not want to be. I just want to be a plain old dietitian.
And that's everyone would much prefer that. Yes. A mediator was another choice, which takes 60 hours of coursework. Okay.
Well, that's fairly. I mean, that's like a week and a half of coursework, depending on how much.
If it's college coursework, you take it 2 hours at a time. Here and there.
Yeah, most people that are in their late 60s do not want to go back to school.
These people can't retire, so they don't have extra money. There's part of my point.
Right. That's a very good point.
Nurse. Okay, you still need college,
Really?
you still need labs, you still need this, you still need that. And
Wow.
they're saying you can, some 67-year-old guy is going to become a nurse. I don't think so.
Well, and another thing is, being a nurse, I don't think people really think about it. It's very physically demanding. You're on your feet, with not, of course, every type of nurse, but you're on your feet your whole shift. You have to lift people up. You have to, you know what I mean? Like, it's pretty physically demanding, and someone in their late 60s, that might not be the most ideal job for them to do. Like, you tell me. I mean, you're pushing late 60s, early 70s.
You can bite me on where I'm sitting. Start that crap. You'll be retired before you know it. Retire you from the show.
Oh, gosh.
No, you could work for like an HMO and answer the phones all the
That's
time. You
true.
still need
Yeah.
the paper.
A lot of training.
They're talking about researcher, okay? Now, minimum qualifications for this, a full-fledged researcher is at least a bachelor's degree, and they prefer a master's.
Researching what?
Right, it's just researcher. It's like researching as an adjunct to college research, university research, medical research.
Gosh.
Yeah. Okay, so this is what, and one of them that really let's go to the one that is most appropriate for the category. They said you could be a Santa Claus.
Oh, yeah.
Here's your whole year. It lasts 40 days, okay? And you're making $8 an hour.
And you have to have screaming kids sitting on your lap.
It takes no training, really.
Yeah.
Just lots of medication.
Yeah, lots of medication.
The
and
one that
alcohol.
really got me, though,
Yeah.
retirement coach. Now, you're past retirement age.
You're not retired.
You have to have a job in order to
Right.
get by, and you're going to be a retirement
coach.
Okay. This is written by some Yahoo named Steve Yoder. I looked him up on the internet. He's been working since 1992. All he's ever done is written stuff and done blogs and that sort of thing. He doesn't look like the go-to guy for retirement.
You know what? Let me just tell you something. I do like MSN and Yahoo. I do. I use them for news. However, there are some articles that are so full of BS on there.
Oh, absolutely.
This
is one of them.
Insane. I'm like, who wrote this article?
Right.
This is crazy. Like, here's what you can do and a lot of them have
Invest
to do
in the
with,
euro.
Yeah, like with careers. Like, here's what you can do for a part-time job. You can go to people's houses and vacuum seal their groceries.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? Like,
Vacation?
Be a private chef.
Be a private jet.
I
it's
know.
like-
It's like some, and you can see, like, what I like about the sites is you can put comments at the bottom. Now,
And people just pan them.
oh my gosh, they attack them. They're
Yeah.
like, really, dude, like, what universe are you working in? Like, really? Because your father knew somebody at Yahoo, you
Yeah.
got this job, and you
Yeah.
have no clue. And what's funny is when there's not a lot of news, they'll pull these stories up again and again, and they'll just feed
from
their
2005
feed stories,
yeah.
and they'll put a new
They're
date
fillers.
on them.
They're just fillers.
They're fillers, but they're horrible. It's like, did you even read what you just wrote?
Planning a vacation? Try lovely North Korea.
Yeah, I mean,
whatever.
it's crazy. It's crazy.
So anyway, I had to get that off my chest. I saw it and my
Yeah,
head
that's
exploded, so.
that's a little nuts.
Quite, yeah. And there are crazy things all over the place, and I wanted to approach this as well. In San Diego, a place known for its kindness to its citizens, there was a man who was protesting the Bank of America. His name was Jeff Olson. 40-year-old man, no previous criminal record, nothing at all, and he'd had it with Bank of America.
I think everybody's had it with Bank of America.
So he took children's washable sidewalk chalk and was in front of the Bank of America branches, I guess. He was writing things like "No thanks, big banks," or "Shame on Bank of America," and the what is it? The city attorney, the city attorney, Jan Goldsmith, you swine, is pursuing a case against this guy for 13 years in prison and $1,000 fine on each of 13 counts of vandalism
For writing in sidewalk chalk.
Yeah, and the mayor is like, "You idiot! This is not even
That's
worth
ridiculous.
pursuing." Now there's this big hoopla, and they're not even going to allow him to cite freedom of speech in his own defense.
That's crazy. And this is the state that let OJ off the hook?
Yeah,
They're going to prosecute a guy who wrote in sidewalk
but then
chalk.
again, they had Arnold Schwarzenegger as governor, duly
Yeah.
elected, so you can't figure anything at all there. So,
Wow, that's
yeah.
a little bit crazy.
So we'll be writing to you in prison, pal.
Yeah, it's so amazing. Like, people do these minor things and they get attacked. And then people commit these major crimes and completely get off the hook.
Like defrauding the government for $100 million
Yeah, like that.
to go to Africa when
Yeah.
you're cutting everybody's unemployment and the military's pay, and don't get me started.
That's kind of like, going out to a fancy fine dining dinner and leaving your kids home with a can of SpaghettiOs. Right?
I think you're completely missing the point. So, I don't know.
Hey, that sounds pretty good tonight. Kids, you want some SpaghettiOs?
Now you're meddling.
My kids have never even had SpaghettiOs. I don't even know what they taste like.
They live a sheltered life.
They look nasty. It looks like ketchup and milk mixed together, and it doesn't even look like pot. Like, it's so mushy.
They're bloody
Ugh.
grommets.
That's
what they are.
disgusting. That's gross. I don't know any. Ugh. How could you eat that stuff?
I don't know. Well, when some kids will eat anything. Yeah, we remember Jess was talking about on our show about the hot dog soup.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to vomit. You turned all shades of green.
Well, I remember, like, when I was a kid, you used to go out to the diners and stuff, and they had lentil soup with hot dogs in it. Like, that was the big thing. You never heard of that?
Oh, no.
Yeah, when I was a kid.
I'm from Indiana. We didn't have restaurants.
You know me. Like, that's why I said I never liked lentil soup. Mm-hmm. I told you that. And I'm like, I love healthy food. Lentils, barley, wheat berry, quinoa, or quinoa, however you want to say it. Everyone has a debate on that. But anyway, I wouldn't eat lentil soup. That's why. Because when I was a kid, it was like this black, murky soup with lentil, and it was chunks of hot dogs in it. Hot dogs are nasty too. Ugh.
Yes, I've seen them made, and I don't. I would not eat one.
Oh, that's disgusting. But make me laugh now, because I think you have some funny stuff today.
Oh, you're looking dead at me. What's your problem?
There's always a there's always a first for everything. Oh, I'm so sweet. I have to be nice to you today because you were very sick yesterday.
Yeah, and I made you soup today.
You made me soup. It's not because you wanted chicken soup. That's not why you made
But
it.
I didn't make a bowl, did I? I made a whole pan.
He did make a whole batch, so I didn't have to cook.
Jeez. You even
Jeez.
washed dishes and did some laundry.
Oh, God. Oh, please.
I did.
Give me a break.
It wasn't much.
It wasn't much.
Well, I was dying.
It's funny because women could spend 85 hours doing housework and never mention to anyone anything that they've done. But a man does 15 minutes worth and you have to hear about it for a week. And there's no women in the studio right now to back me up. No, absolutely none. So, women, if you are listening,
Please call 1-800-PUNCH-AMY.
no, do not call. It's 227-1360. Call in and help me out, girlfriends.
Okay, so
Tell me your husband stories.
So you're saying I'm a whiny, do nothing.
No, I didn't say it wasn't.
Come on, let's hear the whole story.
Whiny.
Let's
I'm
hear the
just
whole
saying
story.
I always have to get a list of stuff that you do. However, I don't list the things that I do. That's all I'm saying. And it's not just you, it's all men.
It's not in my pay grade. It's above my pay grade.
Okay, so I guess I'm slave labor then?
You weren't listening to what I just said. All right, let's talk about underwear.
Until a woman calls in and helps me out.
We'll talk about women's
that
underwear.
Until then. Okay. Oh, okay.
All right, now
All
we're
right.
getting someplace.
Okay.
No, it just it took me a second to kind of digest this. You know the Wimbledon tennis playing guy Roger Federer.
I heard that he won. Yeah.
I don't care. This isn't even about that. I don't
Alrighty
care.
then.
I actually met him and Andre Agassi and a bunch of others when I was
Really?
in Indianapolis. Yeah, I was
Oh.
actually doing security on their green
Ooh.
room, and yeah, it's pretty cool.
Cool.
Anyway, the organizers of Wimbledon cracked down on him because he had some orange-soled shoes that breached the rule that they wear predominantly white. while
Did
playing
he
on-
color them in with sidewalk chalk?
Could be, yeah. So he's facing 13 years in Wimbledon prison.
Wimbledon prison. Oh God.
And he's not the first guy that they've said that they have to change the shoes.
Yeah.
Right. However, the ladies who play the game are out there wearing these multicolored, fluorescent, eye-catching panties under their little miniskirts. Like that's not a distraction.
Yeah, what is up with that?
I mean, the picture
That
on the
doesn't make any
story
sense.
is like
Yeah, they're completely out there.
You're not even there to watch tennis anymore.
No,
you're there to get
that's crazy.
flashed. Yeah,
Wow, but they
Yeah.
won't let them wear
that's pretty cheeky.
different colored shoes. I don't
yeah.
understand that.
So who is it? I was
Now, was this
the site
article?
of the colored knickers, like Maria Sharapova, and Serena Williams. With their panties and their colored nails and stuff like that, and there was one other.
I mean, that is a valid point, and I'm a woman, but I really do agree with that.
And he's playing Sergei Stakovsky. There was another standout name in here that I was trying to it
Yeah,
was
that seems a
impossible
little
to pronounce.
crazy, like unfair to me.
Yeah. So they can't, they said that there was no need to rule on their underwear. Well, if it's showing,
Yeah.
hello?
Yeah, really. That's not right.
No. So, I think there should be a major, I mean, look at the goofy hats they wear for,
Yeah. Well, I actually have something on the flip side. Maybe, like, we'll equal out the universe a little bit more, make you feel a little bit better
Good
about
luck
that
with
story.
that. Well,
So,
if you got something on
on women.
on plain
Yeah.
panties or something.
No,
what do
I do not. This is a
I got some.
family-oriented show. Okay, oh, great.
I can make it up as I go.
I think Brett can mute you if I want ask him to. Real nice. Just
The
mute your
only problem
microphone.
is if I mute him, you would have to get muted too because you guys are.
Oh,
I'll just walk over there and use your mic.
I could just gag him.
It's the Doc and Amy show. Okay. Just try to bear that in mind.
So anyway, Iran has a new president,
Yay.
Hassan Rouhani.
Rouhani.
And he did an interview after coming into office, and they were just asking him how things were going, and if they asked him if anything like surprised him about being president.
Mm-hmm.
And first of all, he said he was really surprised at how efficiently Iran oppresses women.
Yes, they're champions of that.
They're a machine.
Yes.
And he was really surprised. He thought really that the government was working really hard to oppress women, and they're like really, really good at it.
They've got that down cold.
Yeah, yeah. So he was also really surprised. Apparently, when you become president, obviously you get exposed to a lot different things than other people would.
Colored panties.
Yeah, and orange shoes. I
guess.
And sidewalk chalk. But you also get to eat a lot of different foods, including Western foods that other people aren't exposed to. So he said he was really surprised how great the pizza was, and he heard it was probably pretty good because they flew water in from New Jersey.
Ah, yes.
So there's a little shout out to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the New Jersey water is actually used in pizza on the West Coast because of its mineral content and that.
Yeah.
Yes, because
Well, I think they're trying to reduce the population out there too, so it probably helps.
well, maybe they're getting it from the Hudson, so it's full of all kinds of medicines and things like that. So
Could be. Or
you
drugging them up.
live forever.
Yeah. Yeah. So, the the tennis women's stars may be getting away with something, but you don't have to worry because Iran is still oppressing women.
Well, I really wasn't. It's not that I'm against the colored panties. Don't get me wrong. I think you've gone a little bit far afield here. I don't want you to start some kind of trend that's going to be completely disappointing to me. I might watch
prefer
tennis.
if they didn't have any.
Okay,
Next
because
on the Doc and Amy show.
because that's going to be universal for the men too, and I think one ball is enough.
Yeah. Oh God.
Whatever.
Oh, please.
Okay, and our friend Edward Snowden.
Yeah.
Looks like
Is he our friend?
Huh?
I think
a
he's
friend
our
of the
friend.
show, Edward Snowden. Yes.
Yeah. He's
Ed,
a
if
friend
you're-
of the show.
You're listening out there, Ed. Give us a call 227-1360 and tell us some secrets. No,
Oh boy.
yeah. Well, the NSA is going to be just sitting at our house
I know,
listening to us
really,
talk on the phone. now.
Exactly.
No, he's talking about Venezuela is talking about giving him
Yeah.
amnesty now, and we got this. What's the new president Maduro? Hugo Chavez died and
Yeah,
left a big void in his wake, and then now we get Maduro up there, who's decided he wants to give Mr. Snowden amnesty. And I'm going to caution right here on the air, if you're listening, Ed, pay attention. Venezuela,
Venezuelan.
whatever. I don't know what I'm saying. Venezuela has an extreme toilet paper shortage. You don't want to go there. Especially if you have to go, you don't want to go there. The Kimberly Clark Corporation is going to invest $37.1 million,
Really?
which is 234 million bolivar, by the way.
Thanks for the translation.
Sure,
What do
I
you get,
want to make
International Bank?
when I do the currency exchange properly here.
Yeah. By the way, if anybody needs
Toilet paper.
any currency converted, just call 227-1360.
And we'll convert it from yours to ours.
Yes.
Yes. Thanks for that. I thought I was going to need a segue or something. You just going to lead me right
Yeah,
out.
you're just we got the interbank exchange going on over here.
Yeah, and we'll make our 4% and just go home. No, but I wanted to warn him that there is they're trying to boost the supply. Just Kimberly Clark themselves 30 to 40% to keep up with their part of the demand.
Well, I'm sure there's money in it for them. So.
Oh yeah, if the government had to do that, I would wipe them out.
Yeah. Oh God.
Oh well, whatever. I'm sorry.
So we shall see where he goes.
I think he's going to Venezuela.
I think he's going to Venezuela. I think he was always going to Venezuela.
Of course, you're going to be grounding every plane that leaves.
I know.
Comes onto a taxiway looking for him.
I know. Like they're grounding the plane so he can't even fly. He's like trapped.
Take a boat. So whatever. I hope I didn't give away his game plan there. Sorry, buddy. So anyway.
I'm sure it's really a surprise.
Now you have, as always, I guess, compiled some things from the news. You gonna be all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
It's dry in here. Dry.
It is. Well, the air conditioning does that.
Yeah, it does. That's the whole point of the air conditioning.
I was talking to Brett about moving this outside. He didn't want to do it.
Yeah, okay.
It's 95 out there today? or
Yeah, it's
something?
pretty hot. We were
Yeah,
at the pool
it's
and we were
toasty.
kind of roasting.
Yes.
Even with the nice cool water. It's Doc's mixing drinks in the studio at this point.
Yes, get my little cocktail shaker here. And
Yeah, so I just want to do a little compilation,
I love compilations.
okay? Because I think that music gets a bad rap sometimes.
Oh, yes, nicely done.
And
Everything about music that is rap is bad.
yeah, well, we know how you feel about that. But I think music gets a bad rap, and I think music can educate kids as well. Even mainstream music. So I just wanted to give a few examples of music that teaches the kids their letters and numbers.
Okay.
Okay? So we got a little compilation going on. Here we go.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it sounds great. Isn't that great?
Yes, this is wow.
There we go.
And of course, this is from when Michael Jackson was black.
That's okay. We
Yes.
have another one here. This is great. You gotta love this song.
You gotta love Dead Air, don't you?
It's actually a Disney song.
Oh,
Does
that
not-
communist.
It doesn't want to play right now, so that would be YouTube's fault. That's not my fault. This one is.
I keep telling her to talk right
Watch
into her
this.
microphone.
Here we go.
Be my BFF, cause IDK what's coming next. And I'll be LMHO with the rest. So TTYLXOX.
I mean, that's like almost the whole alphabet there.
I know, but it's just text speak.
No, it isn't. It's the alphabet. It's teaching them letters.
IDK. What comes next? I don't know. I mean, this is what's wrong with kids
No,
today.
here we go. Okay, we got to do.
The text speak has to go.
No, I mean,
Everything is LMFAO.
it's still. They're still
OMG.
learning letters. I mean, it's important.
But they can. We learned letters just fine without text speak.
No, but it's teaching the kids.
It's teaching them
educating
to leave out the vowels. That's what it's teaching them.
No, it's educating them on the alphabet.
We're making them retards.
1, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Everybody drunk out on the dance floor.
Numbers. I mean, dude.
Here's the lyrics that they need to know that'll keep them in line. Okay, every breath you take and every move you make. Every step you take, I'll be watching you. Sting, okay? That's what they need to know.
No, but even in rap music, Jaquan, numbers.
Jake won.
No, numbers.
That's garbage. It's just garbage.
It's not. It's fun.
Oh, whatever. You know what? Kids need to learn to speak
It has
and
to
to
be.
spell.
Learning has to be fun.
Whoever said that?
I did.
The only fun we got out of learning when I was a kid was not being beaten for not doing it.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I'm not as old as you, and I didn't grow up in that time.
If you had been in that time, you wouldn't have grown up.
No, I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have made
Your
it.
your
huh?
thoughts are just way
Oh,
too
thanks.
liberal.
Oh, okay.
Let's see,
Anyway, I was just trying to enlighten the viewers and
the viewers. Okay, this is
the
Yes.
viewers.
Yeah.
Well, they could be viewing our show on the.
no, they couldn't.
Sure, they
It's
could.
radio.
But they can stream it and they can see stuff on the screen. They could. See, even Brett agrees.
What would they see?
When a Kardashian agrees with you, you step back. You take a step back.
You just nodded. That stuff.
You take
What
a
are you
step
talking
back.
about? They can't see anything.
If they're streaming, they can. There's stuff on the screen, swirls and stuff.
You mean streaming the WNJCradio.com site?
Sure.
There's still pictures, sweetheart.
Yeah, they can. They're still viewers. They're viewing.
I think you're walking a pretty fine line with that.
Women always have to be right, and normally they are. So
IDK about that.
I need a woman to call today. 227-1360.
As long as it's not like Hillary Clinton or
I don't care.
bizarre
Anybody,
like that.
stick up. A girlfriend needs some help here.
Paula Dean, give us a call.
Yeah, okay.
But anyway, we don't want to get off on
I think
that.
Paula Dean's kind of busy cleaning up her mess.
That could very well be.
And speaking of Paula Dean, I don't know how you feel about this, but I was thinking about playing a Todd Chappelle song.
Go for it. What
do
have we
you
got to
think?
lose at this point?
What do you think?
How can you hurt this now?
Well, I you
You
know.
know, remember, those are probably one off. Remember how the trouble we've been having with those?
Oh, you're right. Yeah,
Yes.
we did. We had some trouble.
It's the visual, sweetheart, that's not working on there. Yes,
Yeah, we had some trouble.
because we never know what song we're going to get when we.
No,
put this-
we'll try this out here and see how.
Okay,
this
we're going
works.
to try it. Let's see what happens.
We're gonna play.
When I wake up in the morning and I roll out of bed, I got lots of thoughts that are running through my head. And then I get in the shower and it occurs to me that it just doesn't get any whiter than me. No, it just doesn't get any whiter than me. Just one look and I'm sure you'll agree. I get out of the shower when I have to pee, because it just doesn't get any whiter than me. No, it just doesn't get any whiter than me.
Alrighty then. I'd love to play the whole song, but I think it says it all. I mean, I feel that about myself. Sometimes.
That's why I just had to play it right now, because we were just talking about Paula Dean.
Yes.
So I just thought that was a really good segue to play Todd's song.
Okay.
Don't you think?
Hey, I'm with you 100%, sweetheart.
Thank you. Oh, that's so sweet.
For now.
Where'd that come from? See, I knew.
There's
knew.
always a
It
qualifier
lasted
or
like
disclaimer.
2 seconds.
Yeah, well, you enjoy what you get.
Okay, I will.
Speaking of friends of the show, if I may.
Sure.
I'm going to anyway. So,
Okay, huh, thanks.
Our friend, Belinda J. Clear, who's been a phone-in guest on the show.
Yeah.
I've done some comedy with her, and I'm going to again. It appears. I'm not sure yet exactly when, so I'm not going to put that out there. They're doing a show at 2nd and Market Street in Wilmington, Delaware, on July 13th, which is next Saturday.
Yeah.
And it's featuring a guy named Al Kaz. He's written for Bill Maher, The Tonight Show, and others.
Cool.
Okay. Going to be starting at 8 o'clock. Tickets are $10 in advance. They'll shake you down for more at the door, because you should get your tickets in advance.
You should.
You can call 302-584-2949 to get some more information. Liz Russo is on the bill. Lonnie Webb. And Belinda is going to be on the
I
show.
was going to ask, because I really like
Absolutely.
Belinda.
She'll be.
Now, I see the name of this show is Extreme Pizza. Do you get, like, free pizza? Because I would totally go if you did.
It may be it may be the place where it's being. I don't know.
Because I'm, like, craving pizza now. No, I really am.
She is so easily influenced by things. Okay.
I get these food cravings.
Oh
No,
God!
I do.
Here we,
What's-
oh God!
Wait, let's play the
Tell me
newlywed
no.
game. Let's play the newlywed game, and then I'll let you finish with your announcement.
Okay, here we go.
What is my weirdest and most common food craving that I get? It's a complicated food craving. Like, you have to have all the ingredients to make it. What is it? You better get it right.
The weirdest.
Yeah, and you make it different than the normal thing. You have to switch out some ingredients to make it the way that I eat it.
I was going to say guacamole.
It's a sandwich.
The one with potato chips in it.
Oh God, I'm gonna kill him. A turkey Reuben.
That's not even food. It's got
Yes,
that.
it is. It is food.
It's got rotten cabbage on it.
No, there are like times when I just have to have a turkey Reuben. Like, I need a turkey Reuben. Now I want to.
There are times I just want to watch movies with Reuben Cogburn, and I don't get my wish.
That's good.
Because iCarly or SpongeBob is on.
Whatever.
So anyway,
So were you done with Extreme Pizza?
I was not. I was just.
I'm hungry.
I'm just going to kind of cruise into the next interruption. If you don't mind.
Okay.
This is so hard, but you don't know. You got the easy chair over there.
Easy chair.
So anyway, this is this is an ongoing thing. It's I believe it's on the second Saturday of each month. I have been tentatively invited to perform, as some of you may know, both of you. I am a stand-up comic, and I've been doing this quite some time. I do hour sets at times. I had my own traveling troupe in the Midwest for about 15 years. So it's good to get back.
And
in the
I was
saddle.
his groupie. That's how we met.
That's right. No, she was my roadie. Yes.
I traveled with him.
That girl can carry a bass bin with the best of them. No, so we want to let you know about that. Show starts at 8. We're talking about Saturday, July 13th at 2nd and Market Street in Wilmington, Delaware. Extreme Pizza is either the name of the show.
Is there a website that they could visit? Because most people would probably want to visit a website.
It's not on my information.
It is
here.
not.
It is not. So thank you for interrupting me with something I don't have.
I was trying to
Watch me make him look
prompt
like a
you.
jerk. Thanks.
Yes.
But there is a telephone number. I think,
Okay.
maybe if you have voice over IP, you could pretend you're on the internet.
Yeah, and if you can't write it down, the number right now, just go to our website, because we have our show up there, and you can look at about 30 minutes in, and then you could write down the phone number. It'll be there. just like in case you
Or
can't write it down
how
right
about
now.
if you can wait a couple of hours? I'll just post the information.
Okay, great.
Jeez. Or you can call right now. And I hope I can get through this phone number without being interrupted. 302-584-2949. And you can also, while you're on the phone, call us at 856-227-1360. And you're more than welcome to interrupt me just like Amy does. So,
I'm still waiting
take it
for
like
a
a
woman
man.
to call. I want a woman to give you a piece of her mind.
Better not be very big. Okay, anyway.
Got plenty of space.
Okay, you said it. Okay, whatever. Now, do you have anything else? And I'll make it a point at the proper time when you're going for the punch. I'll interrupt you.
Okay, great.
Okay.
So did you hear about Wendy Davis? She's a Texas Democrat, and she filibustered earlier this week for 10 hours in order to block a Texas abortion bill.
A woman talking for 10 hours? I've never heard of such a thing,
Oh
Brett.
my gosh. But anyway,
And she was just interrupting other people. Go ahead.
there were the parents of Brittany Parks from Lincoln Park, Illinois. They were equally as distressed as the rest of the Senate members were when she filibustered for 8 hours in order to get her parents to agree to let her wear her short Daisy Dukes from Wet Seal.
Wet seal?
So kids are learning from politics. And this is another positive story. She heard about this story, and this woman did this for 10 hours to stand up for her beliefs. And so she did the same thing at home.
Why would you want to wear pants made by somebody named Wet Seal? That just sounds uncomfortable.
No, I think it's great. I think she did. And if I know my kids are listening right now, don't even think about it.
Yeah, don't you guys aren't
great
wearing
for
Daisy
her.
Dukes anywhere. That's right.
It's great for her.
You start
but
wearing
not for
Daisy
my
Dukes,
kids.
you can just go on and get to Broadway. It's all yours.
I can silence you. I have many methods. So,
I haven't seen any of them work.
I'm keeping them all in my back pocket.
Well, I'd say it's time to break some out of your Daisy Dukes and put them into practice.
Here's some weird news.
Let's have some weird news.
J-Lo, she was down in Atlanta visiting her sister.
Which is the text speak version of Jay Leno.
Okay. No, Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah, she was visiting her sister in Atlanta, Georgia, and she was at a Gucci store shopping. And before she knew it, she was being stampeded by a herd of baby goats.
So that's what they make those purses out of?
Yeah, that's wrong.
It's not my line, baby.
That is wrong. That is not right. So that was random news.
That's pretty random.
I'm
all
sure
right.
she probably never thought she'd be stampeded by goats in a Gucci store.
I think
in
she
Atlanta.
dreams of being stampeded.
I wish I had a drum roll thing.
A rim shot.
Yeah, there you go.
I used to carry one. I used to carry a rim shot with me. I had a little voice recorder.
Oh.
And it was in the early days. It was good
Yeah.
for 20 seconds, And I recorded a rim shot. And I carried it in my shirt pocket. And every time either I said something noteworthy, I would play it, or somebody said something really corny, I would play it. I could reach in and hit the button. It was perfect.
That does not surprise me. Not one part of that story does it surprise me.
I got it on sale, too.
Oh, high five on that one. Yeah. I'm all about the sales, baby. I'm so glad everybody can't see what you do in the studio.
Well, me too.
We would be off the air.
For the majority of my life, I'm glad people can't see what I do.
But just one more thing, if I could, and this is for you because I
Even
love
when you think you can't, you do. Go ahead.
No, this is a little a tip for our listeners.
Here's a tip for our
Since we were
listeners.
talking about dietitians earlier,
Crazy Satanistic dietitians.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
this is good stuff. It's how to add fiber to your diet. We all know that fiber keeps you healthy because it keeps your digestive system going.
It gives you the strength to get up and do what has to be done.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Nothing can rot and fester in your gut.
Undigested meat.
Yeah, it's really gross. So this will help keep you healthy.
So you can have the digestive system of an earthworm.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
First of all, crunch away. Eat your veggies. If you want a snack, don't eat potato chips. Eat raw carrots, celery, apples.
Don't potatoes have fiber?
Not if they're fried. No, they don't.
What, the fiber goes away?
Yes, the fiber goes away.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, no,
I
I'm
want
not.
to see the science behind this.
Okay. Anyway, number 2, add beans to everything that you eat, which we do. We love beans.
We
so
do.
add beans. They're loaded with fiber, protein, and iron. They're really good for you. This is a new one most people probably haven't heard of. There is a natural fiber supplement that's actually good for you. It's called Consul. It's spelled Konsyl. And you can add it to like anything, to soups, to casseroles,
Pudding.
whatever.
Yeah.
It's really good for you. Add that. And then 4, do it like Lohan and Richard Simmons and eat wood.
Oh, geez. Now you need your
That
rim shot.
totally will speed up your digestive system.
Now you need your rim shot.
It's great.
Okay.
So do it, man. Just listen to me and take my advice, and you'll be very healthy.
Yes. And, that you can get a second job in retirement, right? Being on the radio for minimum wage.
There you go.
Okay. Do you want to? I don't know.
I
News.
did
God. All right, we're going to pretend that debacle didn't just happen. Play it again and shut the hell up. Headlines with WNJC Doc and Amy Show. Child stool, great for use in garden. Chef throws his heart into helping feed the needy.
Oh.
British Union finds dwarfs in short supply.
Oh.
These are actual headlines, by the way. Deaf mute gets new hearing and killing.
Oh.
Include your children when baking cookies.
Oh, God.
Joint committee investigates marijuana use. Oh, God. Jury suspects foul play in death of man shot, burned, and buried in shallow grave.
Oh.
Kids make nutritious snacks. Killer sentenced to die for second time in 10 years. What? These are just headlines. Lack of brains hinders research.
Oh.
Lansing residents can drop off trees. Local high school cuts dropouts in half.
Ow.
Low pay reason for poverty, study says.
Wow.
Man denies he committed suicide. 4 battered in fish and chip shop.
No way.
It's right there.
Oh, my God.
Grandmother of 8 makes hole in one.
Oh, ow.
Drunk gets 9 months in violin case.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Eye drops off shelf. Eye drops
Ow.
off shelf.
Ow.
Federal agents raid gun shop, find weapons.
Wow.
Filming in cemetery angers residents. Dr. Ruth to talk about sex with newspaper editors. Never mind. Okay, that was there's going to be one. Goldfish saved from drowning.
Oh, no way. That is
It's-
not a headline.
Right there it is, right there.
That's great. Do you think they do that on like the battered one was great?
Yeah, can you play the thing again so I can sign out? This has been Headlines with Doc and Amy. Okay.
That was great.
Yes. You could, I don't know. We're gonna have to work on your timing. That was supposed to be just to build some suspense and to be a dramatic entree into the headlines.
It was all planned.
Well, don't do it again.
Because you're funny when you get irritated. So I go.
I'm about to be hilarious.
See, Brett's laughing.
I'm about to be the
Brett,
funniest thing you've ever seen.
Capital K Kardashian is laughing. So it worked because you're funny when you're mad. So it was all planned. It's all planned and scary.
So my defense in my homicide trial is going to be, hey, I was just trying to be funny.
Yeah, you probably get off as long as you didn't color me in sidewalk chalk when you did it. You'd probably be okay, or put orange shoes on me. It'd probably all be okay.
Or tennis panties or something.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I did my best, ladies and gentlemen, to try to bring some professional flair to the Doc and Amy Show, and once again, I failed miserably.
It's not supposed to be professional.
Okay.
It's supposed to be fun.
Welcome to our hobby.
Well, I have some quotes.
I don't care what you do now. I'm just going to sit back here and
One
interrupt
quote,
you.
2 people.
Yeah, this is hopefully going to be our ongoing premise. 1 quote, 2 people.
Yes.
So
It's fun.
You want me to set this up for you?
Sure, set it up.
Amy has devised this clever little quip, this wordplay, this witticism, where she takes a quote, and you kind of have to decide who made the original, who actually made the quote. She's going to kind of assign it to two different individuals.
And one person actually did say the quote, and one time
one
made
did
it up.
not. So you've got one quote, two people.
Right.
So it's up to you to determine who actually made the quote. Take it away, Amy.
Okay, so I'm going to read these. Brett, if you want, you can chime in and tell me.
Brett's
who
going to be
you
our
think really
judge.
said it.
Are you up to this?
Oh yeah.
Okay, you're gonna tell us who you think actually made this.
And I'm
quote.
going to repeat the quote twice, just so we're clear. So, quote, "It's a little creepy. That's what my wife says. She was like, Hugh, this is kind of ridiculous. I'm not even sure who you are right now." First option, Hugh Jackson on what his wife said about his body
Hugh Jackman?
when he prepared Jackman. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Hugh Jackman?
Hugh Jackman on what his wife said when he was preparing his body for the X-Men movie.
Okay, that's choice
I'm gonna
number
read
one.
it again. "It's a little creepy. That's what my wife says. She was like, Hugh, this is kind of ridiculous. I'm not even sure who you are right now. Hugh Laurie on his costume for the Birdcage in which she plays Armand Goldman."
Wow.
So was it Hugh Jackman or Hugh Laurie?
Hugh Laurie.
No, it was Hugh Jackman.
Really?
I made up the Hugh Laurie one. Yes.
Hugh Janus.
Yes, I
Because when you
faked
said,
him out.
when you said bird, I'm like, but he's a
Birdcage.
Wolverine.
Well, that was a movie where the men dressed very femininely. So that's why that quote made sense, because the wife said,
La Cage aux
"I don't
Folles,
even know who
Birdcage."
you are right now."
Yeah, they were trannies.
Right. It actually made more sense for the Hugh Laurie one, but it was actually Hugh Jackman's quote.
Okay, so we're one for Amy.
Yeah.
And zip for Brett.
Yeah. Let's see. No, it's good. That's a good thing, though. It's not.
That's a good
it's
sign.
not
Yeah,
bad that
you're
he got it
actually
wrong.
pulling it off. I
Yeah.
can't do it because I get interrupted all the time.
Oh, shush. Okay, this is the second one. Quote, "I think it's so sad, and I don't want to add any fuel to the fire. I was rooting for her comeback until she started attacking me." Miley Cyrus on Amanda Bynes. Okay, this is Miley
That's choice
Cyrus
number
talking
one.
about Amanda Bynes. Quote, "I think it's so sad, and I don't want to add any fuel to the fire. I was rooting for her comeback until she started attacking me. Giada De Laurentiis on Paula Deen after Paula snuck into Giada's kitchen and switched her baking soda for talcum powder, causing an on-air souffle disaster." So it's either Miley Cyrus or Giada De Laurentiis.
I do Miley Cyrus.
You were
All right. It's
That
a tie
one
game.
was kind of obvious.
It's a tie game. Yeah, you got to work.
Because I totally went over the edge with
yeah.
the second one.
I told you it should have been Oprah.
Yeah. Okay.
Whatever.
If it
Just-
was Oprah, I would have believed it. Then.
I'll just
Yeah,
see.
you're right.
I'll
I
just-
did say that.
I'll be over here if you need me.
I never made the changes. I made changes on other ones that you told me to, but then I just
I could
zoned
skip
out on the
rehearsal,
other
couldn't
ones.
I? I'm
You could.
useless.
You are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All I have to
No,
do
you're
is
not useless,
all I
Tom.
have to do is make spaces for the interruptions in my copy. Jeez.
Okay,
Doesn't
here's-
get any harder than this, ladies and gentlemen.
Quote number 3. "We didn't have control over our life at all. So what do you control the best? What you put in your mouth." This was the Cheeky Girls on worrying about their weight. Or, quote, "We didn't have control over our life at all. So what do you control the best? What you put in your mouth." Lindsay Lohan.
Lindsay Lohan puts a lot of stuff in her mouth.
Okay.
Is-
So is your answer Lindsay Lohan?
Yeah.
That would be wrong. It was the Cheeky Girls.
Oh.
So it's 2.
Amy wins it 2-1. All right. Do you have another one?
Then I know I do a good job.
Do you have another one?
I do.
Uh-oh.
This is my
You could-
favorite one.
You could tie it up here, buddy.
Okay. Quote, "Panda Express at JFK. I'm a classy broad." Mila Kunis on her first post-diet meal after she filmed The Black Swan. I'll repeat it. Panda Express at JFK. I'm a classy broad. Paris Hilton on her first time.
Broad is something, Miley. I mean,
Like a
Mila
chick.
Kunis would say.
Yeah.
But Paris Hilton, probably Paris Hilton then.
Oh, I got it. It was Mila Kunis. So
Oh.
it's 3-1. Yes.
3-1. Okay. Amy wins her own game. How, could I be more impressed? Okay.
No, I'm just happy because I look at the quote and I try to think who else could say it, and that quote was a setup. That was an easy one because there's so many crazy things you could come up with, with that quote. It was just so
Nathan
wide
Lane
open.
could have said that.
Yeah, anybody could have said that.
Whatever. Okay.
No, I really I like doing that because you really have to think hard about, taking it out of context even when it's seemingly benign.
Nothing is benign on this show. We
No,
can,
nothing is
we can
benign
turn
on
everything
this
into
show.
controversy
We can.
at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, and that's our job. So
Yeah.
So I have like a little bit of a funny headline.
Do you?
Yeah.
Can I interrupt you?
Sure.
I'm going to.
Cops say pregnant woman left baby in the car to get piercing.
That's unique.
I don't know how she did it, but I'm sure a lot of women would like to know. How the heck do you leave your baby in the car when you're pregnant? I mean, that would be really convenient. Actually, she was
And you
pregnant.
can drive the new Ford Utero.
She actually was pregnant and she had a 10-month-old. So she had another child.
And but speaking of cars, I was reading a thing today where the Pope, Pope Francis,
Yeah.
Pope Francis, was admonishing all his priests and nuns not to drive flashy cars.
Really? Are you serious?
Yeah, he's sitting there with the gold staff in his hand. He says, that money could be used to feed some hungry
You
children.
have got to be kidding me.
I think some of those out of court settlements could have been used. If
he
all
puts
things
the H
considered.
in hypocrite. Why do people not call him out? You know what I'm going to do?
I think he's out.
I know what I'm doing. You know what we're doing on vacation?
We're going to the
flying
Vatican.
to the Vatican, and I'm going to sidewalk chalk it like you would not even believe. I'm taking my sidewalk chalk to the Vatican with my orange sneakers on,
And you're going to write in big letters, Jesus was a Jew.
and I'm gonna and I'm gonna raise the house, man, like you've never seen. I am.
He's talking about, and of course, I wish he would, send the same admonishment to the White House.
Yeah, really.
But, they have their own bank, which is in a little trouble,
Yeah,
lately.
yeah.
They have their own country, their
Yeah.
own, they have,
Yeah,
they're their own
it's
country.
crazy.
Why does the church need to be its own country?
I don't know.
They have more real estate than,
Because
there
they don't
is
have
real
to pay
estate.
taxes to themselves.
So guess what? Maybe if they just give up a few real estate holdings and stuff like that, they can drive any car they want.
Yeah, it's that's just crazy to me. Like, how can people not call these guys out as hypocrites?
Yeah.
I don't.
Why don't you give up that big gold hat before you start talking?
Yeah,
about
it's
stuff
just crazy.
Actually, in his defense, he is actually living in like slaves' quarters or whatever they've got, in an apartment off to the side in the backyard of the Vatican instead of living in the luxury apartments.
Oh, really?
And he's driving around the compound in a Ford Fiesta, which
Oh.
I guess, so that he can see what hell is like in advance.
See what hell it's like. Oh my gosh,
crazy. So-
that is pretty big piece of junk there.
Well, did you see the Pope, the first Pope mobile looked like a big pacer?
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. When I was a kid, I just remember it like being on TV, and it was like a big thing. Like the Pope would be in a parade, and he had like the bulletproof glass around him and stuff, and people would be throwing flowers. And I was watching it one time, and people threw flowers, and it went right in his head. I was like, "Yeah, nice shot."
It's always, you get to tag the Pope, man. That's
That was pretty funny.
oh well,
Did you hear about this? This
probably not. I don't get out much.
this Brazilian soccer fiasco in Brazil. Did you hear about that?
Yeah,
Where the ref was carrying a knife and stabbed one of the players, and then the fans beheaded the ref.
okay. Well,
How insane is that?
eye for an eye, baby.
I mean, you and I complain about how sports crazy.
This is
people
why I
are
don't
in
get
this
into
country.
sports. People are nuts about it.
It's worse in other countries. It's crazy. Like, people complain about the prices of the tickets. I'm like, dude, it's your fault. If people would stop paying them, they'd have to lower the tickets. And they pay these players so much because they can. Because people are willing to spend so much money
Not me.
on tickets and merchandise, and it gets crazy. You
And
know?
it just leads them to go out and kill people.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we could become. Can you imagine?
What about the tattooed freak that was playing for the Patriots and went out and got stupid and all?
Oh, the guy in Massachusetts, the guy who got arrested for murder.
Yeah, that was in all the papers.
Yeah, they get they get like a god complex or something.
Yes, so some blonde listens to this story and say, 2 Brazilian men injured in soccer games. That's a lot. 2 Brazilian. How many is that? Sounds like
Lord.
some of the bad dates I had, probably.
Oh, God.
I remember one girl told me, we were sitting there and she just blurts out that she had an STD. I'm like, so? I mean, what do I care what she drives?
Oh, my God.
I don't know. Speaking in my ex said, speaking of driving.
Thank God you have no stories about me.
Huh? I will.
I will.
No, my ex.
That is wrong.
My ex was such a bad driver that the second time we had to fill out the insurance paperwork for her running over a water skier. It was bad.
That's talent. That's talent.
You couldn't call it talent. She was the loose nut behind the wheel, basically.
Oh.
So one thing I saw the other day that really freaked me out: the handicapped motorcycle plate on a Harley.
How does that work?
I mean, you can ride an 800-pound machine and control it with only 2 wheels on it. I don't get that either.
The only thing I can think of is, can you get a handicap license plate if you have like asthma or something? That's the only thing I could think of. I don't freaking know. I don't know.
I have acne.
I have a hangnail. Can I have a?
Well, and not to begrudge people
No, I
handicap parking
understand.
if they're
Just-
actually disabled.
No, I understand.
But if you have a handicap parking plate because you weigh 600 pounds, that's your own fault.
Right, exactly.
You can waddle that fat butt up there and get a fewer groceries maybe.
Yeah. No, I understand that because it does take. I mean, you have to be fairly strong and physically agile. Physically. That's my new favorite word ever.
Maybe you could get one for your mental disability.
Maybe.
Physically.
know.
Yeah. Okay. It's your OCD interruption, your radius interruptus over there.
Radius
I don't know.
interruptus. No, that's a really good point.
Thank you. I guess the one I made or the one you continue.
The one you made.
I don't know. I'm lost. I haven't finished a complete thought since we got here. Again, this is the Doc and Amy Show. Thank all of you who called. We do want to tell you that on our website, I beefed it up a little bit.
You did beef
There
it up.
are the web addresses of some of the friends of the show. I
There
will
are.
continue to add some more to that. We want to encourage you to go to the aforementioned Extreme Pizza Comedy event on July 13th in Wilmington, Delaware. And the number, again, for information for that, as I furiously tried to find it, was 302-584-2949. And the tickets are $10 in advance.
That's a good deal.
That's a great deal. You should get two. I'm supposed to be, I've been tentatively scheduled to appear at one of these Saturday
That's
events,
awesome.
so,
Maybe I'll go.
I'm just, you know what? Well, when you're not appearing here, you'll have some spare time on your hands.
Maybe I'll go. Maybe I'll appear there. Especially if you have pizza.
Are you going to be here next week? Yeah? Are you going to be here? Okay.
What, are you going to put him behind the microphone? So
Yeah, because there's going to be a conspicuous absence.
Okay.
Yes, and you interrupt me, and guess what? I'll get really funny when I get mad. No, we have a good time here, and it's
We do.
all in good fun.
We're just busting each other's chops.
Yes, and I have no chops left. But we do want to invite you to join this cavalcade of comedy every week, Sunday, 5 p.m. And as always, follow us on the web, World Wide Web, that is. I say on the World Wide Web, that is, at the docandamyshow.com. We have a Twitter address that I'm not even going to give out. You can call us weekly right here on the air and chat with us live at 227-1360. You can find us in India on the World Wide Web And I've lost that at firstpost.com. I have no idea why we're on there.
I hate when you lose our Indian address.
Pull that up and see. Do we? No, you don't have time. Never mind.
No, we
As I checked it before we left, and we were still up on the homepage, Brett. So you want to check that out, because they show from February 24th is on there, which was a banner broadcast, as was this one. So anyway, thank you for enjoying the Doc and Amy show, and we are going to get out of here. We will see you next week, and thank you for listening.
Bye.
Arigato, Mr. Roboto. Domo 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 arigato, Mr. Roboto.